Hey, now that's pretty good. You gotta give me credit for this one. Welcome back to Ciudad Juarez, and welcome to Ciudad Juarez. Here on Cerro de la Cruz, you're propped up against one of the most spectacular crosses here in Juarez, and there's a lot of them. This little mountain here stands out everywhere in our area. You can see each and every street of our area, and it goes all the way over there. It's the biggest area in the mission, but we push on. Things are going well. I'm here my second cycle here in Juarez in Mariano Escobedo, and it goes. We've had lots of struggles, lots of difficulties, but you can only do it one step at a time, one day at a time, and we've seen our fruits of our labors for that as well. Lots of happiness and hope ahead, and that's really the purpose. The theme of this last week has been the heat. I got pretty lucky, actually. We had some pretty nice cloudy weeks for a little bit there, but it started this last Tuesday, and for that I got the lentes, the sunglasses, and the hat today. I think I got pretty badly sunburned on Tuesday, and when you're back home, not living the missionary life, you get sunburned on Tuesday, you stay in on Wednesday, take it a little bit easier, you don't go out at 3 p.m. But that is not how the missionary life works. You got to be out there each and every day. So it's a sunburn that you can't almost recover from it. And I have been laboring aloe vera every day, sunscreen every day. But I just wake up and the face feels dry. It feels like sandpaper. But you can only keep going. Hopefully this P day, we're out here. It's a little bit earlier in the morning. We'll settle down, take it a little bit easier, and my face and skin can recover for tomorrow. Back at it. Just a little bit update. This one will be quick. Don't want to force my comp to sit out here and just ponder on the life for too long. But we just wanted to let you know about how some of our friends are doing, and some of the things I've been thinking about as I hit 9 months on the mission, which is absurd. If it was a pregnancy, it'd be coming to an end. If I was a sister, I'd be halfway, but I'm neither of those. So 9 out of 24, just over a third of the way there, which is crazy. It's flying by. It is flying so fast. I feel like I just started, but in the same moment to think back and to say, wow, I have to do everything I just did again twice. I'm like, whew, one step at a time. Just gotta make it through summer, and then I'm home free, I think. But our friends are doing well. We just put baptismal date for 4 of our friends this last week. The first is named Patricia, and she was in contact with some of the missionaries about 2 years ago, and she even came to church one time. But it's really made me think about how important that first attendance in church is. And more than anything, more than the spirit that they feel, more of a confirmation of the truth that they receive. I've learned in my mission that the first attendance, that first time in church, the most important thing is the member relations. If they feel invited, if they feel welcomed, they're going to want to come back, So we have been grinding, striving very hard to make sure that the members are aware of who is coming, that they invite them to sit, that they're not just sitting with us, that we're not just explaining everything, that this isn't they're coming as an outsider. Know that they are a part of this church, that they are a son or daughter of God, and they deserve to be there too. And because of that, we talked about this with Patricia, and she's getting this confirmation. She's searching for something more in her life, but she didn't really feel welcomed her first time in church or by the missionaries on that occasion. So this time we have really worked really hard. And yesterday, it was a ward council, so the stake presidency was there. There was a lot of things that were really confusing to her. And I was worried, during the first and second hour, if she was enjoying it. But more important than anything was those last 10 minutes before she left, introducing her to this Relief Society president and Hermana Kennedy. And when we took those efforts, we took that extra step, and the Hermanas knew who she was. They were giving her hugs, and she really felt at home. And we really hope she can progress for that baptism on May 31st. Our other baptismal day is with a family. We just found this family of 3, family of 4 actually, but we just put a baptismal day for the first 3. It's Hermana Dana and her 2 sons, Dylan and Neto. And it's actually pretty funny. We met Dylan and Neto first. They were out playing, and they started talking to us. We carry around these things called trompos. I'm not very good at them yet, but my comp loves them. So we played trompos with them, and now we're already good friends. They call us chocolate and vanilla. Chocolate y vainilla. Entonces, they're super cute, super awesome. And I was thinking about ways that we could help them teach. And we were going to teach baptism, teach the gospel, and invite them to make this change in their lives. And I was hoping that I could really have an effect and help the kids understand. So great idea we had is we printed out some coloring pages, and as we're teaching their mom, their color in their baptism of Jesus, and they were just having a blast. They had such a great time. So we're already friends with them, and we're hoping to prepare them for their first time in church this upcoming Sunday to make sure they feel comfortable. More than anything, something that stood out with me with Dana is that we had a couple, 1 or 2 lessons, and they were interested. They seemed like a happy family. And as we're teaching baptism, as we're teaching the gospel to Dana, she gained this trust. And we're always trying to find the need in our friends, but sometimes it feels tough that we're trying to talk to people in the streets and we can't find that need. They seem content, they seem happy. How can we help them? How can the gospel be that thing for them? We always pray for the gift of discernment, but sometimes it's tricky. And, I've realized as I've been a missionary for 9 months, sometimes that need takes a little bit longer to show up. Dana told us that just a month ago she was diagnosed with stomach cancer, and she's young, she's in her 30s. And really in these moments, she's worried about her kids and if they're going to have a good, foundation of faith and this place in their life to progress and to grow up. Dana's scared that she's going to leave this world early. And she didn't feel comfortable to share that with us in the first occasion or the second lesson. But as we grew to, have this connection with her and to really show that we care, she felt comfortable to share that with us. And now we know how we can help her in that context that the plan of salvation is going to give happiness to her family and to her sons. So Dana and her 2 sons, their baptismal date is for the 7th of June, and Patricia, 31st of May. So please pray for them, and we hope that they can progress as we strive to help them feel this love and to find others that need it. They're out there, not up here, but we're going to find them. We're going to find them. I believe it. I just want to close quickly with a spiritual thought. And our mission's had a grand focus on La Santa Cena, the sacrament, especially the invitation to sacrament meeting and to the church each and every Sunday. So in every first contact, when we're finding, we always focus on that. And the verses that I like to share are in 3 Nephi 20, 8 and 9. We always share it with the context of the Last Supper and the apostles. And I always ask, how do you think the apostles felt in that night? Because, we see these paintings and we talk about the apostles as these incredible teachers and examples, especially after the crucifixion of Christ. But in that moment, in that Last Supper, I don't believe that they could have imagined a resurrection, right? I know that they walked on water. I know that they saw Jesus heal. But in this moment where people are searching for Christ to crucify him, to end this ministry, if I was there, I would have doubted. And because of that, I love how awesome this ultimate Cena is, this Last Supper. Because Christ says, peace I leave unto you, my peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. And in those moments, I know that Christ is giving us that peace. That when we feel this confusion and that doubt about the future, we have this peace available to us through the Santa Cena, through the sacrament, this little piece of bread and this cup of water, which isn't just that cup of bread or cup of water. It's something more, It's got this authority. And I just wanted to close with 3 Nephi chapter 20, 8 and 9, which Christ tells us, he that eateth unto this bread, eateth unto my body for his soul. And he that drinketh unto this wine, drinketh unto my blood for his soul. His soul shall be filled. And I just love that in verse 9 says, and when all of the multitude had eaten and drinken, behold, they were filled with the Spirit. And I just love that idea of being filled with the Spirit. That it's not confidence or it's not the answers to all of our questions in one moment, but it's the confidence and the conviction that, yeah, we can do it. We can overcome our challenges. We can take that step into the darkness because we've got him with them. we're filled with that spirit. We have that grand potential in our lives. That's my message here from Juarez, here under the cross. We'll head back. We're going to the mall to pick up a suit today. We're going bowling. I think, you never know with the P-Day plans. Our district was going to come with us here to the cross, here to the little mountain, but they canceled on us. So, we do it our way. I'll call you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.